Hey everyone. Here we are on Monday. First thing I want to do is go through my memory for the day before I get into the recapping of the weekend and our betting. So is today is July 20th, and this is day 14 of 366. I'm going to take a quick drop out of some of my cross country stories to note that today is one of my close friends, Adrian. It's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Adrian. Um, and so it made sense for me to begin going with a few of these stories from the cruise. For the longest time, it was on my uh, list of things to do was to get on a cruise. Um, didn't know exactly what the logistics of it all were with the wheelchair and how easy was it to get on the ship or off the ship? How easy was it to maneuver around the ship? What were the rooms like? What were the cabins like? Was there enough room for the wheelchair and the lift and the bed and all that? And so it had been on my list for a while, but we had never gotten around to doing it. And the only reason we did it was because of Adrian. Adrian had a friend who was having getting people together for her birthday, and was like, "Hey, if you know anybody else who'd be interested in going, invite them because we can get a better, group discount." And so Adrian thought of us and asked, and we were like, "Yeah, you know what? Maybe we can make this happen." And so we did. And so the first memory, there'll probably be a few of these spread out over the course of the year. But the first one is uh, actually getting to spend some time in Honduras. Um, getting successfully getting out of the ship onto land, um, going onto into Honduras, and the memory of this one is primarily Dave and I. Uh, at one point when we were hanging out in the port, there was three things. Karen was dancing to this steel drum band thing playing in the one corner, and then Dave, there was a guy that was set up who was hand rolling cigars, uh, right there on at the port, and so Dave had him hand roll a cigar for him right there, and then I got this little glass of locally distilled rum from the town, and it was pretty good rum. I don't remember the name of it right now, but it was very tasty. But it was just the ability to sit there, hang out, look out over the ocean with nothing else. You know, uh, you could position yourself so you didn't even see the cruise ship. Um, and just see this vast ocean, knowing I'm in Honduras, and my friend is over there dancing to these local musicians. Uh, my other friend's over here smoking a hand rolled cigar, and I'm here sipping on this locally distilled rum. And we just got to say it was hot too, but the weather. But so that's my memory, just being able to get into Honduras. Though there will actually be another separate memory from Honduras somewhere else later in the year. But that's my first one, just being able to be in Honduras, in my wheelchair with my friends, drinking rum, smoking a hand roll cigar, listening to still drum music, and so there you go. That's my memory. That is day 14 of 366. So now, moving on to the gambling parts of things. First of all, we'll do a quick recap of some of the happenings of the weekend. Um, as we recapped, throughout the golf tournament kicked a lot of people's asses, and Patrick Cantlay collapsed on Sunday with like a +7 or something ridiculous like that. So he totally fell out of the. It wound up with only 9 people, only 9 golfers total, shooting under par. That's where this golf tournament wound up. But we were able to win our biggest bet, which was the Tiger Woods bet. So we were able to get something back there. As far now, reviewing our KBO from Sunday, because there was no KBO today. Again, getting close here. We got the two pitchers. Very happy with these two pitchers. Kelly against the Eagles. 11 strikeouts, only gave up 1 earned run and 6 hits. He unfortunately was not able to get the win, so that was disappointing. And then a decent performance here by Brigham. 7 strikeouts, only 4 hits, no earned runs. So that was good. That was good. Decent performance down here by Lee, one of our money savers, for 3,000. And decent here by at the shortstop with a triple, 2 hits, 17 points. Again, though, we're missing out on the home run. There wasn't a lot of high scoring on today anyway. And we barely missed out on the money, so we're getting close to getting back on the winning streak for KBO, but we're not there yet. So we will go through our new KBO picks in just a little bit. That's the only gambling we have for tomorrow. There's also no MMA or racing on Wednesday either. So the next 2 days are going to be primarily just KBO gambling. But then Thursday is going to lead into, we're kicking back off into the American sports really. Thursday we will have KBO to do. We'll have the return of Major League Baseball to gamble on. We'll have the start of the new golf tournament. We're going to have a NASCAR race. So we're going to have a good bit of action happening on Thursday, which will roll into this whole weekend is kind of like the return of baseball. So I'm sure we'll be gambling on Major League Baseball Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then going into the weekend on Saturday, we'll be tracking golf the whole way. And then we'll have another MMA event on Saturday. So we're gonna have some good gambling. And then I have to show you this. Our truck race on Saturday evening. Look at the results on this one. Look at this. Everybody crashed. I've never seen the universe point more solidly in one direction, saying, nope, doesn't matter what you're doing in this one, you're not winning. I mean, Tanner Gray makes it through what? 43 laps. Out. Finishes 36. Natalie Decker, 45 laps. Out. Oh, one of our favorites, Souter here. 62 left out. I mean, Hill, another person we had high hopes for. Oh, 100 said nope, you're out. I mean, an unbelievable sequence of just you know this this was this was of all the fantasy tournaments I've ever entered in any sport. This there were 698 people. This lineup was 697th. I can't imagine the bad luck the guy who finished in last had to have had to score fewer than this when four of the six cars crashed and three of them crashed well before the halfway point. I mean, this was a miraculous, and this is one of those things where if you don't find some kind of enjoyment out of this, if this makes you angry, if you draft something like this and this makes you angry, just quit because this is hilarious. I mean, this result is there's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do about that. The only thing you can trust is that next time you're not gonna pick four guys, well, three guys. You're not gonna pick. You're not gonna pick four competitors that that are gonna crash in the same thing. So I found this result hilarious. And then what else did we have over the weekend to recap? Oh yeah. We had on the MMA, we put together a couple other lineups, and that night was first of all, it was a uh, a, a relatively low scoring night. I mean, you had winners scoring. You had winners of fights scoring 65 points, 84 points. They were not. There were a couple of large of scorers. But there were some very very low scorers going on, and some huge upsets. You know, huge upsets. Here you go. We'll look at just one of the lineups. All right, so this one, Felipe versus Spivak. We took Felipe as an upset. Okay, and he went to the decision, got in 44 strikes, so not terrible, but lost. Jackson, Malcolm, huge favorite. Everyone thought this is the guy. If you're gonna bet on somebody tonight, this is the guy to bet on. Nope, lost by decision. Duffy, the biggest favorite of the night. I mean, this guy was, I think, at fight time it was maybe minus 800, something like that. Huge favorite, huge favorite. He gets choked out. You know, Unbelievable. Pantoja, this is one of the guys that everyone said, if there's one guy I'm going to parlay, it's probably going to be Pantoja because might not be big, but he's going to win this fight. No, he didn't. He lost by decision as well. The one win that we did get was another upset pick where we picked Fiziev to get the upset, and he did by decision. But even that, I mean, like I said, that was a lower scoring. I want to see now. And then we knew we were picking Benavidez as an underdog. We just thought he'd do a little better than only 18 strikes. Okay. So overall, since we've been streaming, that was the, you know, overall most, in terms of monetary exchange, the most disappointing weekend that we've had. Still had a lot of fun. Still had a lot of fun with the MMA, watching some of the upsets happen. The NASCAR truck crash. The cars, the trucks. Everybody on your team is going out. Hilarious. The golf tournament just destroying everybody. Only 9 folks golfing under par by the end of the tournament. So it's still a lot of fun. It's still a lot of fun to watch and all that. But we will now be looking to rebound once again, and all we have right now is KBO. So let's jump into the KBO and see what we can get. So we've got. Well, first of all, who's pitching against the Eagles? Drew Gagnon. Okay. Well, we know him, right? He strikes out a ton of people, doesn't he? Let's take a look at what we got here. I mean, we know we like Kentaro. This is a tough game here, though, right? I mean, uh, yeah. I mean, this is a potentially tough game. This is a potentially tricky game. Um, I on FanDuel, we're focusing on DraftKings right now, but on FanDuel, these two pitchers are both very lower priced, and it seems like there's some confusion on the RotoWire site about why, but I don't really think there should be. Uh, I mean, these are two offensively powerful teams. Um, and you got two good pitchers here, but they're both going up against tough lineups. So I can definitely see the price being down a bit. I'd like to see the price down a bit here just because of the opponents they're going against. Gagnon, on the other hand, I like a lot. 8,900 going against the Eagles. That's a hard one to pass up. Let's take a look at the runs scored total so far. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, the Eagles are just. I mean, they're almost half a point, a full half point worse than the next worst team, which is the Wyverns. After that is the Giants. And the Giants are more than a point better than the Wyverns. Um, they're a full point and a half better than the Eagles. The Tigers are right there. They're the fourth worst team in terms of points scored. So you got the Tigers and the Eagles. That could be a who's pitching for the Eagles. Oh, old Bum-Soo Kim. Bum-Soo Kim got a win last time. There's 9 strikeouts. Who do you pitch against? Against the Wiz. Let's take a look at that. Look at this. Going against the Wiz, you pitched 5.2, 5 hits, only 1 earned run. 9 strikeouts? Huh. Huh. Now look at that. Look at Bum-Soo Kim. And he's super cheap. Ah. Who else we got going here? I mean, you can take a look at Alcantara. Pretty good, right? Slightly over 3 ERA. Slightly over 1 whip. 75 strikeouts, only 12 walks. gives a fair amount of hits, but really makes up for it with those and still less than a hit per inning. 9 wins, 1 loss. Alcantara has not allowed more than 3 earned runs in any of his last 7 starts. That's pretty consistent. Eric Jokic, who is that? It's the Hulk. There he is. Look at his happy face. Nine wins, 2 losses. Really good. Doesn't give up. 0.92 whip for the season. ERA sparkling. You'd really, with that ERA and that whip and that strikeout to walk ratio, you'd really expect to see his overall points a little bit higher. Still, I'm very hard pressed to go with either of them over Drew. 70 strikeouts, only 2 home runs. 1.29 is a little high on the whip. ERA still under 4. But he's going against the Eagles. And he's a quality pitcher. You put a quality pitcher against the Eagles, and you got to really like the chances on that. Sampson going against the Wyverns. Bad game. Huh. I would not be. I don't see paying 8,100 for him today. Tyler Wilson. $7,700. Pinto. Let's take a look at him. Because he's going against the Giants. The Giants are third worst team. Third worst team. How's Pinto pitch at home? Well, okay, he definitely does better at home than he does away. He's 3-1 at home, 1-4 on the road. A significantly lower whip, still kind of high, but still lower. Lower batting average, way lower ERA. Much more consistent on the fantasy points. Huh, I'm surprised that this guy's at least mentioned a little bit at 7,300. But I can't see taking back against the Dinos. No, there's nothing there. Jisung Bay. Had a good outing last time. Meh. I wouldn't rule this guy out. I could see throwing him into some GPP. Oh, that's another thing. Probably on the weekend there, we'll have our 20th free ticket. So we'll probably look at entering a lower a 20 max lineup tournament somewhere and just entering 20 different lineups all with tickets. Troy, how are the Lions doing right now? Lions have lost. They're 4-6. They're in the middle of the pack there as far as runs scored. They're on the road. What's the story with this guy? Well, he's out. No, he's there. I don't know, man. I'm kind of looking at a double stack. Bumsoo Kim. I know. I know. I said you can never draft a pitcher whose name is Bum. But maybe that's just what we need to kick us back into the win column. Let's take a look at if we go with Drew and Bum. Drew and Bum. Drew and Bum leave us, if we go with those two, leaves us with 44-25 left. Um, let's see. Who do we want to look at? If we go Bumsoo Kim and Drew Gagnon, we might want to look at the Lions. I don't think I want to do that. That guy seems to. You might look at the Wyverns too, man. Might look at the Lions and the Wyverns. I mean, I know the Wyverns don't score a lot of runs. They don't. But Sampson gave up a lot of hits to them last time they faced each other. I might look at the Dinos, a Dinos Lions double stack, and then some Wyverns. Let's take a look at the lineups and value charts here. Why is he so? I'm going to assume that Brandon Barnes is just a young. They'll get a lot of starts, right? Yeah. Yeah. So he said he's played 2 games. Seems to be hitting the ball fairly well early on. Now we know that the game's not going to be a shutout. Shutout. Do we take Barnes? Do we take a guy like a Barnes going against a Gagnon? You probably don't want to do that. But 2,200, that's awful nice. I'd rather take someone from the Tigers. Just Javon Na, but he's 4,100. That's not a. It's a. I mean, it's fine, but it's not a huge money saver. Just Cheng Jin Lee. He's the leadoff guy for the Tigers. He's only 3,400. It's tempting, right? It's tempting to switch up and go with the Kantara Jokic. We might do 2 separate lineups because the ability to put in a say a G1 Na, a Brandon Barnes, and a Cheng Jin Lee for the Tigers and Eagles respectively saves a lot of money, but we don't want to do that for this particular lineup. We like Jawu Ku. Jawu Ku, first base and an outfielder for the Lions. Boy, I'll tell you, neither the Wyverns nor the Lions are, at least from their point projections, are very. All right. Looking at the Lions. Okay, both of them good. The Lions and the Dinos and the Wyverns. Ha cha 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 cha. All right. I'm looking at Jay Wuku right here, first base. Pow. Or Zhao Wuku. I'm looking at Dong Yup Kim. Right here, yeah. Yep, Dong Yup Kim in the outfield. Sang Soo Kim at second base. He's also got third base eligibility. Sang Soo Kim. We're going to put him at second base for now. Because then third base, we're going to throw in Youngjin Choi, who's batting fifth. Boom. Interesting. We have loads of money at that point. So at that lineup right there with a 4 stack on the Lions, and that is their what? That is their first, second, third, and fifth hitter. The number 4 guy is Won Suk Lee. He's day to day, and I'm gonna try to avoid the day to day folks if I can. Now, who do I want to go with? Oomph. To fill out this roster. If we went with G1 Na, we went G1 Na right here. Then we're at 5,400. Hey, Song Kim. I think we have to go with Hey. Do we have to go? We almost have to go with Hey Song Kim, right? or Sungbum Na. If we take Sungbum Na, we could do pretty well there, right? Hey, K Rock, I need some energy. Well, I mean, obviously you can build this. Obviously you can do this lineup. Uh, I'm contemplating. I'm contemplating if we take Kim here. That's going to leave us with around 4,700 left, which we can easily. I mean, we could go. Or we could go Weiji Yang, which leaves us with 4,900. We can almost get Jung Choi for the Wyverns. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. I mean, that would put us 400 over. You can put some more ice in this cup too, and put it in the fridge. Because I really like that when it waters down.
Oh, yeah, okay, so you want me to put some ice in there now?
Yeah, put some ice in there now and put it in the fridge.
Okay, like 2, 3 cubes?
Yep. I don't want to go with any more lions. I don't think. Minho Kang is the catcher for the Lions. He bats eighth. He is here. Hey, he's on a streak. Looks like. Not necessarily the last game, right? Is he off the streak now? Well, he's still doing pretty decent. If we grabbed him, then we can take. Heck, we could take Jung Choi. Oh. We could. We're close on that, right? Aren't we? No, we're not that close. If we dropped this Choi. I'm thinking if we do that, and we could look at, yeah, Kyungmin her, and then get Jung Choi for, yeah. That's probably what I'm looking at right there. I'm probably going to do another lineup focusing on the top two pitchers, and then maybe building a little bit of a Tigers Eagle stack. We'll see how that goes, but that's going to be pretty much everything. That's the only tournament I'm entering for sure. And there might be a second one in there somewhere. It'll be a small one, but we'll see. We'll be touching base again tomorrow. What just happened? Oh, okay. We'll be touching base again tomorrow. We'll be, like I said, tomorrow's Tuesday. We'll recap KBO, do some more KBO. Wednesday, we'll recap KBO, do some more KBO. But then on Wednesday night, we'll also be doing Major League Baseball, NASCAR, and golf. So stay safe out there, everyone. Have fun. Keep gambling. Good luck.